Hi guys. Let's see. Oh. Okay, don't need that. Hi everyone. Waiting on a few people to join, and then I'll do a studio tour. Yeah. So we have some flowers that came in today. Hello, thank you for joining. So I'm Rachel. I own Blossom and Run, which is a flower preservation studio based out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And today I'm going to show you guys around our studio and take things out of silica gel and show you some orders and a bunch of fun things like that. So we can get started. So I'll start at the front and we can just kind of walk through the studio. Okay, so this is our reception area up here in the front. So this is where a lot of times people will come in and place their order with us. Again, we're based out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, but most of our clients are national clients, so like California, New York, Texas, Alabama, you name it. We've probably gotten a bouquet from there. I've been doing this for 5 years, but if someone, actually over 5 years, if someone wanted to come by our studio and drop flowers off, they would come in this front door and stop by here and talk with someone. And then we have this little sitting area over here. And I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of this. We're making a video on YouTube, like a long form video showing you guys what it would be like if flowers were preserved fresh in resin, which is insane. So that was a little sneak peek. It looks horrible. And if you knew the color that they were before, it would be insane. So definitely stay tuned for when we do post that video. It's gonna be crazy, showing that stark difference. Hi guys, thank you for joining. I'm Rachel. I own a flower preservation studio out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is my studio. This is our front entrance here. This is our reception desk. And yeah, so I'm just giving you guys a tour. So I wanted to show you around. So this is our front area. Hi. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So this is an example of the work that we do. This is resin preservation here. And these are some work desks. We have a couch. We have this beautiful anthropology mirror. We have another preservation right here that shows what a black background looks like, which is really cool. And then yeah, so we do resin preservation. These are real flowers preserved in resin. So onward with the tour. If you have flowers to drop off and we are not here in the studio, you can actually stop by and we'll give you the code to this room and you can drop them off with our local drop-off instructions. Hi. Thank you for joining. Where is everyone from? Drop where you're from below. I would love to know. Like I said, I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. But last time, I think on the live, we had someone from like, I think India, which is wild. So this is our hallway. And then in here, we have a kitchen area. This is my mom's office actually, who is our department director of the press department. This will be our future conference room that I'm really excited about. Our conference room table is getting done, so I'm really looking forward to that. We have like a little break room area here. And yeah. And then this is the press department here. So we have all these different workstations in here for our press preservation, and that's what this looks like here with the pressed flowers. And they're almost just like framed flowers. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of days that we spend pressing these to have the color retention beautiful. And so this is just an example of our work. And then we have a lot of boxes back here, which is where we store our flowers for the press department. We have a lot of different presses we use. We use wooden presses. That's one example. Yeah. Ooh, Elaine, what are you working on? That's pretty.
Pretty.
That is gorgeous. So this is Elaine, and she's one of our pressed flower artists here, and she is doing beautiful work. I'll try to flip the camera around so you can see a little closer up. Oh my goodness, that is insane.
Amazing.
That is beautiful. So this is what the bouquet looked like at the beginning, and then this is what she created. And she actually color corrected these flowers, which is amazing. So every petal was pressed individually and color corrected and glued back together. So Elaine is one of our awesome artists here, and that's the kind of work you'll get if you book with us. So, hi Brooke, good to see you again. Thanks for joining 3 times in a row in our live. That's awesome. Hi, this is my mom. Yeah, we have 11 people watching. So, yeah, drop any questions you have about this process below.
That's awesome. So right now I'm just putting a bouquet in, Joy's bouquet.
Yeah,
And
nice.
these will all go in our small wooden press that I have over there.
Nice.
So
They look
get them
awesome.
ready. Aren't they pretty?
Great, thank
They're
you.
so cute when they're all laid out like
I
this.
know, and all organized. That's
Yeah.
really cute. Brooke is joining. This is a girl who's been on our live every time. She's watched our live every time.
Hi,
so
Brooke.
hi,
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow our YouTube and understand it, so I appreciate that. But
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, okay, well, yeah, this was a good little tour of the press department here. Maybe one day I'll go into detail of like every station and what we do, but yeah, so that's what we do here. Over here is we usually do mat. This is our mat cutter, right?
That's our mat cutter.
Yeah,
yes.
this is our mat cutter for backgrounds of press pieces, and then we have, of course, all of our frame selection there. So is that okay if I go through here?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. It's very loud in there, so
Kylie's working hard on the tables in there.
yep. Okay, so hi from Scotland. That's amazing. Okay, so guys, this is where, thank you for the like, whoever liked the video. I appreciate that. This is where the finishing touches happen for our resin department. So I'll go through and kind of show you some orders we have here at the studio. We are one of the most high demand floral preservation companies in the States, for good reason. I mean, our quality is there. I mean, it's just evident. We have a team of 12 people that work around the clock, getting things done, making it look perfect, and it just really, I mean, you get what you pay for, and I'm really proud of my team. It just looks, this one is color corrected. So this is a wedding bouquet that was color corrected white, and it's in a 9-inch hexagon. And then let's see, this one is a discontinued product we do not offer anymore, but they were very popular. It's a resin globe, and this has a, I believe it's a lily in it. The reason why we discontinued them is that the bubbles would just get stuck. Like, the mold is like this, and the bubbles would get stuck under here, and we wouldn't know about it because of the way the mold is. And then we'd demold it, and there would be a big bubble. So it's, you kind of like preserve it blindly, if that makes sense. And yeah, so let's see what else we have here. This is a adorable little ring holder with natural flowers, so you just place your rings on it. How do you color correct? So I can actually show you the area where we color correct. We use a lot of different methods depending on the flowers. Yes, you can send your own flowers. That's all of these orders here, and I have some orders over here and in the shipping department. They're all flowers that have been sent to us. So, but Brooke, to answer your question, going back to that question, we use hand painting, we use airbrush, we use pan pastels. At one point I was using like a spray can of paint specifically made for flowers. So it really depends on like the type of flower, the shape of the flower, things like that. Some flowers wrinkle up a lot when you color correct them with airbrush, so that's kind of an issue. But so we've really tried to learn more about that, and we're still learning how to perfect that, but I'd say that we have a pretty good handle on it. Here's a and it makes the colors like pop a whole lot, which is really fun. And then we also have like black backgrounds as well. So yeah, that's some products we have back here. And then onward with the tour. These are all orders ready to go. We have our molds over here. We have like some packaging supplies back here, which we go through a lot of packaging material. This is our CNC router, where we actually use that to carve how we basically hook the legs of our tables into the table for the clients. Here's where we have our legs, our table legs. Let's see, nice flowers. We are from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thank you. So we have all these round side tables here that are about to have the legs carved into it, and then be shipped out. Very excited for our clients to see those tables. Tabletops are a very popular item at Blossom and Rhyme. And then we are currently testing a new resin, iCoat resin. iCoat is the resin we use, and we absolutely love them. We have used them for probably 4 years now. And we are currently testing a new resin with them. It's called, I think, HV Ultra, or Ultra HV. But this is the new resin. You can pour deeper pours. It's very, very good with bubble release, which is really nice. It also has a different tint to it. It's a very, very slight tint of blue, rather like a cooler tone rather than a warmer tone. The warmer tone is the one that we use, but over time we're thinking that this new resin might be good for like ambering, like if the resin does amber, which all resin does amber over time. We're thinking that this tint will help with that. So to be determined, we will let you know. From Switzerland, amazing. My husband's family is from Norway, and we go a lot. So I've never been to Switzerland, but I've always wanted to go. Thank you for sharing that. We went to France this year, which was really fun too. But yeah, so this is a nice tour of kind of the back end, the not so pretty part of floral preservation, but it is what it is. So let's see here. What is this? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so these are all of the orders that we have in here. We have a whole lot of orders. and we're working through all of them as fast as we can, but it also is a very time-consuming process, so we want to make sure we're doing it right. So Brooke, if you are still watching, this is where we do designs. So we do our designs in here, and then we also do color correction. So this is our color correction area, and I'll show you a few orders that we're working on right now. Yes, it's a big shop. We have oh, awesome. Hi. We have 6,000 square feet, which is incredible. I grew from a bedroom out of my home in 2020 to actually my parents' dining room table to my bedroom, and then from that to like 1,000 square foot warehouse, and now we have a team and everything, so it's pretty fun. So this is a color corrected order here, so you can see this one's been color corrected. It has like that ombre look, and yeah, here's just an example of how they look. Here's some tiny little spray roses. Yeah. And we use, like I said, an airbrush, and then we have all these different like acrylic paints that we use. Yeah, we use a water-based acrylic for the paints. Like we have, like I said, all these different, we custom mix the paints ourselves to like get the perfect color, because obviously you're not gonna find like, you know, like, oh, that perfect specific color for the flowers that you're color correcting, because we get pictures from their wedding day and we color match. So it's very hard to color match just based on like this is the color that we ordered, and then it's like this yellow is not going to be the same yellow as all yellows, so like we have to mix things and all of that. So yeah, water-based acrylic. Thank you. Then we have all of these orders here. These peonies are massive. It's actually insane. Like, that's insane. And these are for a tray, so those will be really, really pretty. And yeah, they're looking good. So I need to take some orders out of silica gel, so that's what I'm gonna do over here. So we have shipping and packaging going on here, and I'll just set up the camera and you guys can hang out. Okay, so we have some orders to take out of silica gel. We got this beautiful tropical bouquet in. So these are arthuriniums, which are really pretty. Lots of greenery. You can tell there's not many flowers, but I think for a certain type of wedding, this is actually really cool. But yeah. What month is your... Our busiest month is actually October. So we're currently in our busiest month. September as well. So I'd say September through November. I have people here with me. There's lots of my employees here. Okay. All right. Yes, for receiving flowers. Yep. The fall months are the busiest months for us for sure. So I have this strainer, and I'm gonna get this and place it over this trash can. And then we have an order, and I'll strain the silica gel through that. But before I do that, I'm gonna go grab a mask. Okay, I'm back. So this client, her name is Delara. Okay. It does make me look very, like, I don't know, kind of scary or medical-like, but it's just to protect from dust and all of that. So I'll back it up so you guys can see a little better. So we have all this beautiful greenery here. And this is all coming out of the silica gel. This is some blue delphinium, which is really pretty. And we have a rose here. Some roses. This one got a little squished. This one looks better. Sometimes they're squished like that in the mail too, so. Here is a rose. Roses. Okay. Another beautiful purple rose. Now this one looks like it's falling apart, so you can kind of see it probably came in really wilted, but we dried it anyways. But it's okay because we can glue it back later when we are doing the design. We can take these petals and, see, there they go. We can take these petals and actually glue it back together, so if we need it. We already have so many beautiful roses that have come out that, like, this is the same type of rose and it's pretty sturdy and it's working fine. So we may not even need to glue it back together. Some more purple roses. There's another one of those flowers, which there's one petal that fell off, but there's some sweet pea, it looks like. Some purple or blue sweet pea. Here's some purple sweet pea. We have another one of those open roses. Purple sweet pea. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Okay, so I'm gonna dump the rest of this silica gel and strain it. Here's the client's ribbon. I'm actually gonna get this and update her file, letting her know that her flowers have been taken out of the drying process, because we like to update our clients a lot. Okay, so let's see. So in our system, I'm going to change it to Q for design because it's in line for a design, and I'm going to snap a picture of how the flowers dried. Oh, heck yeah. It's like warm.
I know. I've been like polishing it forever. They, I feel like they matched well.
Yeah,
This
they
one
do.
didn't have any.
Yeah, that looks good. Great job. Honestly, it looks a lot better.
I feel like I wouldn't have known it was there.
Yeah.
But
Dang, you did that. Awesome.
yeah, that polish is
Yeah.
so much better than one.
It is a good one, honestly. It's because of those pads. I think that's the game changer. And the new polisher that we have, like that, rather than that old polish, the blue polish. Because that's like made for like, I think it's made for like machines or like cars or something. And it's like, it's called like Adam's polish or something.
Oh, yeah.
And it works really well.
You get scratches like that with colors. That makes sense.
Yeah. And it's like, you only use like a tiny amount. The other stuff we have to use more of, which is So I'm going to put some silica gel at the bottom of this container here. And this is going to protect the flowers from getting moisture over time, because these containers do have a lid on them and protects them from a lot of moisture, but you know, some humidity from the air may make its way into the box, and if it does, then it will go into the silica gel and not the flowers. So I'm just loading this box up here. I'm going to put the greenery in first, and then the roses. Because we don't want to smush the roses. Now these flowers can be kind of layered on top of each other because they're a little bit more sturdy than the roses are. And you won't be able to see really transparent spots on them as much, so. Okay, so I have this ribbon. I'm gonna put that in there. And this one is done. So that one's taken out of silica gel, and we'll move on to Haley's. That was the Laura, and this is Haley's. So Haley sent some lace to be included in her preservation, which is pretty cool. It looks like it was actually wrapped around the bouquet. Okay. So I'm gonna pour the silica gel out. So we have some greenery here. Sideways. These are calla lilies. They always dry yellow. Even if they're white, they do turn like a yellow looking color. There are some white roses. This one has more of like a brown center, but this one preserved pretty well. So that's good. And then this is white hydrangea. And then it looks like we have an orchid, which these are very fragile. I'm happy he came out of the drying process well. These are really, really fragile. We have a ranunculus here that's a little fragile, but it's hanging on. Have a beautiful white rose. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this little orchid guy. Those are one, if you color correct it, it's pretty fragile, and if you're not careful, then it will like curl up. So you have to be very careful when we color correct those. Here is another ranunculus. These guys are kind of falling apart. I'm scared there's a wire in here, and so I'm scared if I take it out, it's gonna all crumble. Oh, yay, I was able to do it. Which, it's not the biggest deal if there's a wire, but you can kind of see it. This is like a tiny baby orchid that's like kind of turned sideways. So Brooke, where are you from? I don't know if you may have said that on another live, but are you the same chemical flower girl? Maybe? Where have you seen maybe our videos from, if that's the case? I have been doing this for 5 years. We've posted a lot on social media, so maybe so. We pour resin a lot, if that's the chemical you're referring to. That would be pretty cool to be known as the chemical flower girl. So the wire, I believe florists do that to keep the flower sturdy, because the stems of ranunculus are I think they wilt, so I think they put the wire through the flower to keep it more sturdy, if that makes sense. But as a floral preservation artist, we don't really like them because it's like, you can kind of see them when they're preserved. I mean, it looks like the middle of the flower, so it's not a huge deal, but, and then when you try to take it out, it kind of crumbles, and anyways. I'm not the original one. Interesting. Who are you referring to? I'm actually really interested in what you're talking about. Utah, cool. Yes, I remember that last time. Okay. I've been to Utah once before. It's very beautiful. I went there around Christmas time, I think. This guy, it looks like the top of the orchid got cut off, but what we can do is when we're designing, we can place another flower kind of over it, like this, and it'll look really nice in the design. Oh, that's awesome. What's the company's name? I'd love to connect with them. There were, at the time of starting my business, see here, this guy got broken in the process, but I will save it, and hopefully we can glue it back together. If not, we have plenty of orchids to work with, so. When I first started my business, there were only a few people at the time doing this. They were such talented artists, are such talented artists. And I respect all of them, so. Such a small community though. When I hear about someone, I'm like, oh cool, there's someone else in the world that does what I do. We used to all like be in a group chat, but I haven't talked to many of them in a while, so I hope they're doing good. I kind of miss that community, you know. It's kind of nice to have people to talk to that do the same thing as you. But also there's the weird, the weird competition aspect, which I myself have never really been competitive. Because it's such a niche industry that it's like there's so many weddings to go around. So I've always been very like, as long as you treat us respectfully, then we have collaborations we can do. We can all get along and be friends. So, okay. Yes, I do know about that company, I think. They are out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, I believe. Cool. Okay, so there's a lot of like flower crumbs right here, but I'm not going to save them because we can't use them. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay. So it looks like we have plenty to work with. We have some white hydrangea and some greenery. Okay, so I usually, like you might see me doing this, it's kind of like sifting through the silica gel just to kind of rotate the specks at the bottom, because if not they'll clog like the the strainer. So I'm just kind of like rotating it. Okay. So we're done with Haley's. I'd probably put more silica gel in the bottom of these containers than my team does, but that's just because I am paranoid about moisture, so I like more than not enough in that. Maybe save that guy. Okay, so we're gonna put hydrangea in first. We're gonna put greenery in second. And then all the roses in next. Ooh, this guy has had a rough time. He's struggling. We might be able to help him. Some ranunculus. Calla lilies are pretty sturdy, so we're gonna put those in there. And then orchids. I'm gonna do the orchids last, just because what you don't want is to have them on the bottom and layer everything and then them get like crunched up. Agreed, Brooke. Absolutely. So here's this guy. I'm gonna put him on top and make sure he's protected. We also saved some of the orchid stems to use. Brooke, if there's anything you would like to see on when we do lives, let me know. Because obviously I am trying to get more interest in YouTube lives and lives in general. I'm about to hop off here and do a live on Instagram. So we have a lot of followers there, so maybe people would be interested in that kind of content as well. But I know for myself, like I would love to see behind the scenes of a company that I'm trusting with my flowers, you know, just being like transparent about it. So this beautiful lace. But if you have any ideas or feedback, let me know and I'd love to know. Okay, this was Haley's. I want to make sure I didn't miss a client note here. I think it's, oh yes, I need to log her. Q for design. Then I'm going to the colored resin process. Do you mean like color correction, like the painting of the flowers? Because that would be really cool. Alright. I should probably include the lace actually. There we go. Okay. Haley's is done. Oh, the resin with the colored background. Okay, gotcha. yeah, that would be really cool, like mixing the resin and pouring it. Yeah, I have 2 production techs that do pours, and we're currently waiting on our resin shipment. It was supposed to be here today, but we can definitely do that. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we might be able to show more of that process, so I'll keep you guys updated with that. Okay, cool. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna hop off here and jump on Instagram and see if we can get some more viewers there as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, if you want to, you can hop over to Instagram. I'll meet you there. Thanks, guys.